If you are over 40 and you have noticed that muscle recovery takes longer, soreness lingers, fatigue feels deeper, and even a small shoulder pain hangs around for weeks, you are not imagining it. That is not just getting older, but what is really happening inside your body may surprise you, because the real reason recovery slows down after 40 is not what most people think. Let me paint a familiar picture. You push through a workout. You feel good. The next morning, stiff. The second morning, worse. Your sleep feels lighter. Your joints ache. Motivation drops. And here's the dangerous part. Many people respond by training harder or stopping altogether. Both are huge mistakes. Tonight, I am going to show you the hidden biology of aging, the real reason recovery slows down after 40, and more importantly, how to reverse aging trends and protect your health span, all in plain English. And once you understand the physiology, you can begin reversing it. In fact, what I'm about to explain may change how you train, eat, sleep, and age forever.
After age 40, subtle biological shifts begin affecting protein synthesis, mitochondrial health, chronic inflammation, hormone balance, and nervous system recovery. These shifts compound, quietly influencing muscle growth, insulin sensitivity, metabolism, and even brain health. And if you don't understand them, you may accelerate aging without realizing it.
So let's break this down, not emotionally, but physiologically. Because when you understand the biology, you regain control. When you train in your 20s or early 30s, your body repairs muscle tissue rapidly. Satellite cells activate quickly. Protein synthesis spikes, and inflammation resolves efficiently.
After 40, muscle recovery slows due to a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. That means the same workout creates the same damage, but not the same repair signal. That is to say, the same workout that once stimulated muscle growth now produces less efficient protein synthesis. Loss of muscle after 40 isn't cosmetic. It predicts insulin resistance, slower metabolism, and higher mortality risk. Research studies have shown that aging muscle shows reduced sensitivity to amino acids and resistance exercise. This contributes to sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, which directly affects metabolic health, insulin sensitivity, and longevity.
That means if you are training the same way you did at 30, but not adjusting your protein intake or recovery time, you may unknowingly be losing muscle, and muscle is your metabolic engine. Less muscle means slower metabolism, higher risk of diabetes, and lower energy. But muscle loss is only part of the story, because even if you stimulate muscle properly, something else may still be slowing your recovery.
In your younger years, inflammation spikes and resolves quickly. It's a wave. After 40, the immune system shifts toward chronic low-grade inflammation, a process known as inflammaging. Now here's the problem. Inflammation delays tissue repair. It disrupts sleep quality, it impairs mitochondrial function, and it blocks optimal hormone signaling. You feel tired even after resting. Joints stay stiff. Recovery drags. If inflammation is natural, why does it become harmful after 40? Because resolution pathways weaken. Your body is still turning the fire on, but less efficient at turning it off. You see, chronic inflammation accelerates aging biology. It contributes to cardiovascular disease, metabolic dysfunction, even cognitive decline, including anxiety.
So, if you are waking up tired, even after sleeping, if your joints feel stiff, if your recovery feels incomplete, that may not be overtraining. It may be chronic inflammation in the body. And inflammation is influenced heavily by nutrition, gut health, sleep, and visceral fat. But inflammation doesn't act alone. It also interacts with something even more powerful: your hormones.
After 40, testosterone declines gradually in men, while estrogen fluctuates significantly during perimenopause and menopause in women. These hormones don't just affect libido. They regulate tissue repair, collagen production, sleep architecture, and muscle recovery. You don't bounce back, minor injuries linger, and sleep feels fragmented. Is hormone replacement the answer? Not always, because lifestyle drives much of hormonal resilience. For example, sleep deprivation suppresses testosterone. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which blocks muscle repair. Excess body fat increases aromatase activity, shifting hormonal balance. And studies have shown that hormonal decline contributes to fatigue, reduced protein synthesis, and slower tissue repair.
This is why life after 40 can feel different. You are not weaker. Your biology is shifting. Ignoring these shifts leads to compounding decline, weaker muscle, higher fat mass, worse insulin sensitivity. And the solution isn't panic. It's intelligent health optimization. But here is the layer most people never hear about. Even if your muscles and hormones are supported, your energy system may still be slowing down. Let's discuss that next.
Here's what most people never hear. Recovery isn't just muscle repair, it's energy restoration. Like your mitochondria produce ATP, the energy currency of your cells. After 40, mitochondrial efficiency gradually declines. You feel drained longer. Your endurance drops. Brain fog creeps in. In fact, mitochondrial decline is linked to accelerated aging, metabolic disease, including insulin sensitivity, neurodegeneration, and overall longevity.
That explains why even when you are eating enough calories, you still feel fatigue. Clearly, energy production, not just calorie intake, determines vitality. Next, there is one system that quietly controls all of this: your nervous system.
Here's the piece almost no one talks about. Your nervous system controls recovery. After 40, sympathetic dominance increases in many adults due to chronic stress, work pressure, and family obligations. The resulting high cortisol blocks deep recovery. You sleep, but don't feel restored. Heart rate stays elevated. Mood becomes irritable. Also, chronic stress increases cortisol levels, impairing muscle recovery and protein synthesis. Why does stress make soreness worse? Because recovery requires parasympathetic activation, the so-called rest and repair state. A study in psychoendocrinology demonstrates how prolonged stress exposure alters recovery mechanisms and metabolic regulation. High sympathetic nervous system activation reduces deep sleep, essential for tissue repair. Remember that chronic stress accelerates biological aging and increases cardiovascular risk.
If you are constantly on, your body never fully switches into repair mode. Recovery requires parasympathetic activation. Calm is not weakness. its biological strategy. Okay, here is what I recommend for healthy aging and muscle recovery after 40. Increase protein intake to 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram daily to combat anabolic resistance. Prioritize resistance training 3 to 4 times weekly for sarcopenia prevention. Incorporate anti-inflammatory foods such as omega-3s, colorful vegetables, and extra virgin olive oil. Optimize sleep for hormone regulation and mitochondrial repair. Use Zone 2 cardio or low-intensity exercise for mitochondrial health and metabolic flexibility. And, most importantly, reduce chronic stress to support nervous system recovery. This is not biohacking. This is longevity science aligned with physiology. Now, most people say I turned 42 and everything changed overnight. It didn't. This was gradual. Anabolic resistance plus inflammation plus mitochondrial decline plus hormonal shifts plus stress accumulation may be involved. Each subtle, but together they are significant. But here is the empowering truth. Biology adapts in both directions. You can accelerate aging, or you can slow it down. If you are over 40 and you have felt discouraged, if you have wondered whether your best physical years are behind you, understand this: your biology has changed, but decline is not destiny. When you respect physiology, your body responds. And that may be the difference between aging passively and aging powerfully. If this changed your perspective, share it with someone navigating life after 40, because aging is inevitable, but accelerated aging is optional.